My name's Marshall Essig and I live in Denver. My son Andrew is a junior at Lewis and Clark College in Portland, Oregon. These days there's so much pressure around the college decision making, and my son certainly had his ideas. I had my ideas and had some background, but there's so much information to wade through and so many deadlines and so many moving parts that I really felt like we needed some professional advice from people who knew exactly what they were doing. For me, I went to college and grad school, and I just felt, there's part of me that always feels like, well, I should know how to do this. You know, I should have this under control, and you know, why do I need to rely on somebody else? I can get this figured out. The fact is, though, you know, for one thing, I was a single parent as well, and there's just the volume of material. I was concerned partly about missing something or overlooking something important or big, and you know, or as many parents can be, I can, you know, I don't know if pushy is the right word, but I can be a little over-directive sometimes towards my son. So you know, my background is finance, it's not really education, and at the end of the day I felt yeah, I needed to find somebody who really did know this aspect of higher education. So Andrew takes sort of a business-like attitude towards this and towards many things in his life, and because the high school that he went to puts a lot of pressure on students, especially in terms of college applications and that sort of thing. I think he was a little stressed as well. So between me being a little stressed and feeling like I had to be able to handle this, and him being a little stressed, it actually, once we sat down with Mark, it de-stressed both of us, really, and because we felt like, you know, it wasn't just me telling him what to do or him telling me, you know, what he absolutely wanted. There was another party there who really knew what they were doing and could give us some good advice. So Andrew had no qualms at all in working with Mark and with Andrea. Working with Andrea also helped Andrew stay on track in terms of the timeline, which you know, Andrew's pretty good about for, you know, a kid that age. And I think it was also very helpful to have some of that guidance coming from somebody who is not a parent, because of course parents get the parental discount. You know, the kids tend to discount. It's like, yeah, I know the deadline's in a week. I got a whole week, you know. But I think that really helped. The other thing that helped was, I think he felt really good about the choices he was making, because he was getting some sort of, you know, outside validation about, yeah, that makes sense, or, you know, this is maybe not so realistic, or have you thought about some of the issues around that? So it really helped him, like I said, focus down onto the type of school he wanted and why, you know, which is huge, because there's different reasons to go to college, and there's different reasons to go to different colleges. And I don't remember if it was Mark or Andrea who reminded him and me that there's not a perfect school. There is a perfect school for you, or there's some very good schools for you, and that's what you need to figure out, not what, like, some independent, yes, it's not something out there that, you know, you can just look at rankings or whatever, or names or whatever. You have to think about what the experiences you want to have, and you know, how you're going to relate to the place you're going to be for 4 years. It's a huge decision. Like I said, I feel pretty confident and competent in most areas of my own life, and I am a finance guy. I'm not an education guy, so it was super helpful to tap into that sort of expertise, because there are a lot of moving parts. So yeah, I mean, do your research and you know, talk it through. And at the end of the day, I think it was very valuable experience and very much worthwhile.